Test, test. Testing, testing. We're gonna skip forward.
Maybe I can try with all of
Yeah, you can move around. Yeah. For anybody out there, just testing some stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, take the music down.
Why don't you just
That's pretty cool. Well, okay, so we got 2 viewers right now. I'm just testing. This mic is really hot, but it'll work. So with this mic, it's gonna be. We got the. Here, can you turn the volume down? So basically, this is the setup. I get disoriented by this microphone. I feel like it's so sensitive. It's so. Let me turn this up. Turn that up there. So you could probably look around. Let me take this mute. You can probably look around and see all the keyboards, the drums. You probably can't see the foot switches. It's not all complete yet, but I am rebuilding the loop table and I'm making it more. And basically you have and we got loops on it. You guys weren't even hearing that. This is all the work in progress. I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. We were strangers. I watched you from afar. the gist. What's up, DW? Been a while. Yeah, man. So putting the loop table back together. But I'm excited because, well, I'm not excited about this, but my band is no more, and that's about. It's been about 3 weeks or so now, maybe a month. And I had a lot of thinking to do. I don't know. There's too much to say to sum it up in a short little bit about the band. But I'm gonna make a whole. I've already written some stuff about it, but I'm gonna make a post for the social media and for the newsletter about specifically the band. But the band was called Noah and the Spaceark, and I decided to keep going forward with the name, and I thought it's a perfect name for the loop table, and I kind of thought that for a long time, but I don't know, now it's happening, and the Noah and the Spaceark being this loop table. This is the Spaceark. So I don't know how much you can see about this table, but I do have like some sort of neon lights that are underlining the tabletop, and some of it's not completely set up yet. The foot switches are not programmed yet. Waiting on a little component that's going to go in the FCB 1010 to make it compatible with the Boss 505. But I'm really excited about the setup. There's still stuff that needs to be worked out a little bit. So the 360 video, I'm hopeful that that's really going to work out. You know, as you can see right now, I think this will be really cool for live events. And this mic, which is super hot, that mic is going to be for speaking directly to the online, and so I'm not going through the mic to all the people in at the market or wherever I'm playing. But my idea here is I want to switch to doing the loop table full time and really just throw myself into that. And I'm trying to think as far forward as I possibly can and just set myself up as much as possible. So I built this table with a shelf in here and two shelves, one shelf for the foot switches and one shelf for t-shirts and mugs and all that kind of stuff. And then I've got, I should have cellular internet. That's a next step, but I've got the modem router that should be able to deliver this 360 4K data over the cellular network. And so I should be able to live stream from anywhere. Long term, a vision maybe if all goes well and I can actually make some money at this, then I'm thinking to put some deep cycle batteries on the table where I truly am location independent, and I can just go set up outside of a basketball court. I love basketball, and I've played once before outside of a pickup basketball, like an outdoor basketball court, and play for the people that are playing pickup and just see how that music affects the environment, who I'm able to connect with. And so that I think that'll open up a whole interesting side to this. But another thing I wanted to do is, you can take your iPad, yeah. Another thing I'm looking forward to doing, turn this up a little bit on my headset, is if you notice I'm not sure exactly how this is coming through on the YouTube, and I'm going to go back and look at this. And so maybe the 360 video isn't going to work with the ambition here. But you can see there's, if you look in the right area, there's a scoreboard. And let's go. You can see I reset it to all the scores are 0. And I don't know that these are necessarily going to be exactly scores, but I thought something that could be kind of fun. Huh? I think you gotta look all around and then find it. It'll be in a certain area. Like if we go.
Oh, you gotta tell them to move the iPad.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Here it is. That's pretty cool, actually.
You need to
So
tell the audience.
so here you can look all around and you can actually see the scoreboard. It's kind of in the sky. If you're looking at the door to the outside, you can
move their device, basically.
you can look up kind of above the door, and there's a scoreboard. It says spaceark stats. So the spaceark is the loop table, and you can see the stats are tips, subs, and requests. And so tips, of course, would be the tips. Subs would be subscribers to either the newsletter or to YouTube, and requests would be people that come up and request a song. And so the goal here is if somebody comes up and requests a song, I'm actually gonna have a foot switch that's accessible to people that come up to request, and it's labeled, and so with maybe a little arrow that's pointing down to it, and maybe I can get somebody to custom paint on the front of the spaceark. That's a goal eventually. If it gets a following at all, I feel like I'll probably meet some artists that might be interested in doing that kind of thing. I would pay them, of course, but finding somebody that's particularly excited about doing that, finding the right person. But you can do. Then I've already set this up where I can add. If somebody submits a song request, then I press this key. Let's go. It goes, let's go, and it'll play that out through the PA. It'll play that for you online, and it changes the score of the requests. And then I've got that for subs and tips. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. I like video games. It's probably a bad thing, but but I thought it'd be kind of fun. It'd make it a little more fun for me when I'm out there live doing the same thing day to day. Just give myself little games, maybe goals. And I thought it might be fun for viewers too. And you can have an effect on the screen by your action, or an effect through the PA based on your action. And then another thing I'm looking into getting is getting a ship wheel that I'll probably mount on the front of this table. And the ship wheel will be turned into a spin the wheel game. I want to get I'm hopefully get a nice big, classic ship wheel, a heavy ship wheel. So when you spin it, you really feel the weight of it when you spin it. And then I'd set it up for spin the wheel, so you can win a T-shirt, or you can win a sticker, or a custom guitar pick, or 10% off merch, or I don't know, free karaoke song, or whatever it is. I still got to come up with what you can win. But I thought I'm trying to come up with different things to make the whole thing more interactive. So somebody comes up and throws a tip in the tip jar, they can step on a little foot switch that's next to the tip jar that says tips, and they can track it, and they can do something like that while I'm playing. So anyway, that's the gist of it. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. All right, that's it. That's it for this stream for now. I got this Yamaha foot switch, and I'm just posting a video too. By the way, I'm going to post this video I just recorded on my phone while I was working on the loop table. One of the things I was working on today was this Yamaha sustain pedal for the keyboard, and unfortunately, you kind of got to pair sustain pedals to keyboards, and if you get the wrong one, the polarity is essential, and so the polarity can be one way or the other. And if the polarity is wrong, then it's going to cause your sustain pedal to sustain when you're not pressing it, and so it basically has the opposite effect, which makes it very difficult to play the piano. And so I opened the pedal up and basically using a paper clip and some tinfoil, trying to sort of recreate the connections, and it's working, but it gets jammed a little bit sometimes. But all right. Anyway, we're getting there. We're getting there. It actually takes more work than you might think to put this thing together. It's but I'm getting there, and looking forward to once it's kind of all together. Hopefully within about a week, it's going to be all ready to go, and I'll kind of have everything figured out. And then, of course, when you actually take it out and play out live, it's going to teach you a lot about how you might modify things. But I'm excited about a lot of the ideas, how it's coming together, and I'll be excited to go out and start playing at the market. The idea kind of is, if I can, I'm going to try to speak with the woman that runs the market and see if I can't play in a certain spot consistently, even if I'm not getting paid to go play there, even if I'm just working for tips, just like I have a consistent spot where I can go and work this out. It's always nice to. It's one of the things I learned when I was psychology in college. Was one of my favorite classes was research methods, and I don't know, I've got kind of an analytical brain, and math was kind of my thing when I was coming up. And research methods is all kind of about how you get good information, and I really really loved that class, and which is just kind of unusual. It's like I think what I found is most of the people that were in psychology, they didn't like that class. That was the one that they didn't like, and then people preferred the other one. And for me, I wasn't so much into the other ones. I was into the research methods. But research methods, it's like one of the most important things that you can do is sort of constrain the variables. You want to be testing one variable at a time, really. Now with music, I don't know that that's exactly possible, but the more that you can limit the variables, the better. And so when you're trying to understand something, when you're trying to work things out, when you're trying to get better at something, it's generally good. If it's something specific, you want to keep as many variables consistent as you can. And that's a huge, huge challenge in music. It really is. It probably more than people realize by far. There are so many variables, from the weather impacts. I bet most people don't realize that the temperature and the weather, the humidity, all these things, they impact the sounds that you're able to make. They impact your voice. They impact your guitar strings. They impact the wood in your guitar. It also impacts the audience and people's moods. That's a whole other angle to it. But there's so many variables that it's kind of remarkable, a remarkable thing to try to learn and grow at. But having a consistent place to play, I think that will it will make this in some way more interesting, I think, for everyone, for me and for people watching online. Where I've got my city market space. If you guys want to see how's it going today, how are my scores today, you can check the scoreboard. Like I said earlier, if you look towards the door on the 360 video and just look up, you'll see the scoreboard. But I probably need to work that out a little more about how that scoreboard is going to appear on the 360 video. I'll probably want it to appear pretty close to where I am, where my head is or something, so it's not kind of like up in the sky. Although it's kind of cool up there. If you know what to look for, maybe it works. Anyway, I'm going to log off. Thanks to anybody that popped in to check this out. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of this stuff with you and sharing this new spaceark journey with you guys. So that's it for me. Peace out. See you guys later. I'm going to go out with a nice little fade.